Should I buy the iPhone SE or the OnePlus 3T? That's coming up right now. Let's go. What is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to this video titled Should I Buy the iPhone SE or the OnePlus 3T? Now, it's titled that way as if you were asking me that question right there, and with the OnePlus 5, the copycat of the iPhone 7 Plus, on the horizon June 20th, this guy is coming down in price, and we're still waiting on an SE2. Some people might be asking this question, and they're around the same price point depending on which storage capacity you go for with the iPhone SE. So I got 10 experiences with both of these to share with you here. So let's begin with the hardware of the iPhone SE and the OnePlus 3T. So if you look at the hardware, the 3T is a little bit thinner than the iPhone SE. The SE coming in a little bit thicker, but both do have premium aluminum on their bodies. I do think that the SE feels a little thicker and sturdier than the 3T, but the 3T feels lighter and probably just as good. So if we're talking about the hardware between both of these, rest assured, this is not the reason why I would choose either of them. They're both pretty equal when it comes to the hardware. So now I want to talk about daily use and portability. So you can see that the iPhone SE is a very portable smartphone, and if you're asking yourself which to buy, this is going to play into your factor here. Now the OnePlus 3T is not the biggest smartphone. It's actually a little bit smaller than the iPhone 7 Plus, so it is a pretty portable, manageable, phablet style device. Also, you can flip the screen on buttons up here, making it a little bit easier to one-hand this. And with all the features in Android, you can make this portable by adding some third-party software. But nothing's really gonna beat the iPhone SE when it comes to portability. It's just a one-handed marvel here in the iPhone SE. So in terms of daily use portability, I think the 3T is the better option for those of you who want, a bigger screen for split screen and stuff like that. But the iPhone SE is definitely gonna be the better all-around, everyday, put it in my pocket monster kind of phone here. So that's my assessment on the portability aspect of both of these phones. Now in terms of display, on the iPhone SE, we're looking at 326 pixels per inch, and the reason this resolution has stuck around is because it's kind of hit the threshold where you can't really see pixels past 300 pixels per inch. But if you have a really good trained eye, you will notice that the 3T does have a little bit of a sharper display, 1080p Super AMOLED here, and the colors just pop on the 3T. It's a pretty standard AMOLED display, so it's not like Super AMOLED on the Samsung panels. But if you were deciding one of these based on purely display, regardless of the size, we're talking about the quality here, the overall punch and vibrancy, the OnePlus 3T is the better phone. So if you're going solely for display, the 3T is your phone, guys. Now in terms of performance between the iPhone SE and the 3T, both are pretty much on par. The SE is running iOS 11, so it's a little bit slower actually right now than the 3T, but that's not official software. In day-to-day use, you're gonna notice that both of these just fly through tasks, no problem here. I do think the SE is a little bit faster than the 3T, even though it has 2 gigs of RAM. So if you want solely just performance, I do think that the iPhone SE is a little bit more optimized for your day-to-day tasks. It's going to be smaller, but it is a monster in speed. So go with the SE if you want straight up only performance. But the 3T with its slicker animation, 6 gigabytes of RAM, multitasking, it's not really comes down to this anymore. But if you really care about speed, I did make a video titled iPhone SE versus OnePlus 3T speed test, now found on the channel, links down below. So in terms of their cameras, the iPhone SE is rocking out with a 12 megapixel iSight camera, the same one that's found in the 6S, 4K camera video recording, and the video recording is actually better on the iPhone SE in my experience, but the 3T to me has a better front-facing camera by a mile. 16 megapixels versus 1.2 megapixels. I mean, it's just laughable, the front camera on the iPhone SE in terms of the spec sheet. But in day-to-day use, the iPhone SE actually has a pretty great camera on the front in terms of good lighting. You can get pretty solid pictures even though it's 1.2 megapixels. Now the 3T is just stunning on the front, and the rear camera stills I think did look better on the 3T. So if it was my choice to pick one of these for the camera, I actually would choose the OnePlus 3T. I don't really think the SE has the best camera on the market right now. Now if you're gonna buy one of these smartphones when it comes to battery life, the iPhone SE does feature the low power mode, but you also get power saving features here in the 3T, but I do think 3T doesn't have better battery life, even though it has a bigger 3400 milliamp hour battery here. It does have dash charge, so it will charge extremely fast, probably the fastest charging phone on planet Earth right now. But the iPhone SE is going to last you longer throughout the day. But like I say, I'm still going to go with the OnePlus 3T because of fast charging. I do like fast charging more than I like a phone that can last the whole day, because I rather, you know, put it on charge, have it charge up really quickly, and then be ready to go, rather than have a phone that lasts longer, but if I forget to charge it, it's gonna take me forever to charge it. But that's just my personal assessment. In terms of battery life, on paper, the iPhone SE is smaller, but in the real world, it actually lasts longer. 3T has got the leg up when it comes to charging speeds. I'm not the biggest gamer in the world. As you can see, I play pretty light games like Sonic Dash, but in terms of gaming, the SE is faster than the 3T. It loads games quicker and has better graphics performance. So if you're looking for a purely gaming device, the 3T is not the better phone. The SE is the better phone. It has the better graphics, a better experience on the 3T in terms of display. So if you can just wait a little bit longer and you could deal with a little bit of choppiness, very slight choppiness, the 3T is going to give you a bigger, more immersive screen. But if you're a performance head, go with the iPhone SE over the 3T. It's a better gaming device. So in terms of their speakerphones, both of them are placed at the bottom of these devices, which is not the worst placement in the world. I think that would be the back, but they both do sound okay. Let's do a test here of my latest video, best budget laptop. Got a little bit of an advertisement there, and let's hit skip on that one.
So overall, Windows 10 is really great on here. I have the Creators Update installed.
So you can see the iPhone SE is a pretty dismal speaker. It's not the best. What about the 3T? So definitely louder.
Easily hook this up to an external monitor and really have a powerful
3T definitely a louder speaker than the SE, but not by much. Both of these are not the best in speaker, but I would go with the iPhone SE in terms of speaker, because not because of the fact that it's louder, but through the way I just heard it, it actually sounds a little bit clearer than the 3T. But the 3T is louder, so louder or clarity, choose between there if you care a lot about the speaker quality. So which smartphone is going to go longer into the future, the Apple iPhone SE or the OnePlus 3T? Well, that really comes down to how you're going to use it. If you care a lot about software updates, the SE is going to go further into the future. If you care a lot about just having everyday performance, it's really great. The 3T will go well into the future as well. Both of these are going to be powerful for years to come, but you're going to wait longer to get software updates on the 3T. If I had to choose one to keep for a very long time, I probably would choose the 3T just because it has a more overall compelling hardware package and experience. In my opinion, the SE has a great software update package and it's pretty great in its portability, but this overall experience just feels lacking in 2017 when you compare it to everything else that's on the market. Just my take, still like the SE, just don't love it as much as other phones like the 3T. And the last and final section I want to talk about is productivity. If you guys are buying one of these phones for productivity-based uses, the 3T is a hands-down winner. With the bigger screen, writing notes and stuff like that, if you're in college or something like that, it's just really great to have this large screen. On the iPhone SE, it'll be great as well for one-handed typing. If you typing in class, don't say I told you to do it here. But if you are doing things like that, or you're just somebody who wants an SE, you're going out to work and stuff, you don't want to get caught texting or whatever, the SE is going to be a fast, powerful, hidden phone. Nobody's going to be seeing inside of your phone like that. So yeah, in terms of productivity though, I have to give it to the OnePlus 3T with its Google services. I think that runs better. That's just my lifestyle. For my lifestyle, Google services work better, and Google actually has a lot more free services than Apple in my personal opinion, so I would definitely say that's good. But you can also run the iPhone SE on Google services. Even though they're not quite as good as the one on Android, you can run both Apple services and Google services on the SE. And I actually want to give some bonus points to the 3T. I just can't ignore these. The fingerprint scanner is faster on the 3T. Also USB-C for the future of ports. It makes it a faster transfer. Although the SE's NAND storage is pretty quick though on there. And the 3T is also going to give you that silent switch. Pretty much you don't find this on any Android. So it's very similar to the silent switch that you find on the SE. It's a pretty cool thing, and I think I have to give it bonus points for having that because most Androids don't have a silent switch like that. So at the end of the day, should you buy an iPhone SE or a OnePlus 3T? Well, it's always going to come down to personal preference. Both these phones are very fast, very good. I personally think the better value here is the 3T. I think you get more for your money here in a 3T, but if you want a cheaper iPhone, you want a fast pocket monster with great battery life and future updates definitely coming for a long time, I think you're going to be very happy with the SE. But which phone would you choose? Comment that down below. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor, go ahead, click the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel for more tech videos like this. Nick here helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well, and peace.